will literally show you the Korea that you've been wanting to see.
It is time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea as if with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch
with Jennifer Jin.
That's right, Thursdays is the time where we go really visual with our, in Korean you'd say 보이는 radio, or radio that you can see, which is the trend for radio shows, I feel. It's not just audio. Jen comes in with her beautiful clips that she filmed herself. How you doing, Jennifer Jin?
Hello, good morning in Korea and everyone to the world.
Lots of listeners from all corners on V-Live. We've got a few more on board. Anya Dubé's there, as well as Catty. Hello.
Hello.
Have you had a good week, Jen, since we saw you last time around? You're looking very smart today with your jacket and shirt combo.
Suit.
Yeah, power lady.
Power shoulder, we say.
Absolutely, yeah. Any reason for dressing up like this? Are you going to be a CEO today?
Oh, well, there's no particular reason, but I really had a nice couple of days back. I went to Jeju Island.
I'm so jealous.
Will be our next content, and
Good.
I assume this is the first time maybe from this show
that we filmed
coverage.
Jeju. I'm trying to think, because we've done K-Patch for a good few years. And usually when our guests just go on random holiday, we just want to make it clear, we didn't make Jen go to Jeju for K-Patch, right? We didn't send you there and say you must go, we promise. No. But yeah, I don't think our guests in the past had a time trip to Jeju. So this might be the first time we get to see in video. Right? Not today, but in the future, right? In the coming weeks.
Next coming week, right up.
Was it a good trip?
It was. I mean, the weather made it all, actually. It was such a perfect time to hit the Ireland.
Nice and warm, but not too hot.
Not too hot, exactly. The wind was so soft. The ocean. I'm going to show you the hot tourist spots and the food.
I'm looking forward to that.
And hopefully some history, the background, all that coming up.
Is that one of the first times you've been on a plane since COVID, Jen? Do you think?
It was actually.
What was that like?
I'm so glad you just brought that up. Yeah. I mean, when I took the plane and when it departed, that feeling was... I had a little bit of a tear in my eyes, actually. I didn't cry a lot, but it was some kind of a really emotional moment, like, a time for a new start, new era.
Yeah.
Hopefully for everybody, from this year.
Yeah, we took it for granted in the past, and then not being able to do it, just fly easily. Even though in Korea, yes, you could go to Jeju most of the pandemic, but many people were a bit reticent. I'm guessing, though, in the plane, everyone's wearing a mask, right? In the airport as well.
Yes.
One of my friends, someone I broadcast with actually told me that in other countries, in some airports, you don't need to wear a mask. In some planes, you don't need to wear a mask these days as well. But I think with Korea, we're still keeping it safe indoors. So in planes and also in the airport, you're still all masked up.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing your content. I do also want to ask you, though, you took your son, right?
Yes.
Was it? Let's be honest. As a parent, sometimes traveling on a plane can be a very tiring experience. Was it okay?
Well, the flying time took like 50 minutes, less than an hour. Yeah. So it was okay, and my kid, he didn't cry or anything, so that was a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's doable.
Just traveling with a baby, that's a completely different story.
It's not quite
huge challenge.
The carefree, relaxed experience that you might have when you're dating, right? That's the reality of things. We look forward to your Jeju content. Today's hashtag, though, before we get to today's videos, it is red carpet or red carpet. Wow. What does that bring to mind for you? Have you ever stepped on a red carpet, Jen?
I haven't yet.
No, me neither.
Yeah, not as a audience, no.
I
haven't been to such spot yet. But I mean, the first image and the feeling that I get from the word itself is just spotlight, celebrities, all those claps and attention.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
I guess everyone would have a time once in a while dreaming yourself
hope you're on there,
standing on the red carpet and getting all that world attention and
all the flashlights from the
just
cameras
looking at you.
Would you like to do that once, like get a really expensive like dress or something like that?
Yeah, that'll be a dream. I mean, if I have to do it as a work like consistently, that would be maybe a different story. But yeah, once in a while, it would be a magnificent experience, right?
I think
How
so.
about you, Peter? Have you ever been to... I mean, you are a celebrity, by the way.
Not at all. I think I have technically walked on a red carpet maybe a couple of times, but not... It wasn't... I wasn't supposed to. I was like...
You weren't supposed to?
I accompanied some like VIPs to the States once or twice for a really big like Hollywood charity event. And so I would be on the side of the red carpet, just kind of walking while they were the main event. And then I would sneak past and all the camera people, I think, were trying to get me out the way. Like I was like, so that wasn't actually very nice at all. But I did get to see like really big celebrities. Like I think Leonardo DiCaprio was definitely there.
Oh, wow.
That was amazing. And I think there was Tom Hanks or not Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Which event was it?
It's like this gallery gala / charity event called LACMA. And it takes place
in Korea?
In LA. No,
LA,
in LA.
wow.
Yeah, so it's amazing. It's amazing just to be in that kind of situation, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be the star one day. Fingers crossed. Me and you. Okay.
You will be there. I'm pretty sure, yes.
Today's theme is something kind of like fun to look at, but also very important as well for the future, right? So we're going to look at some eco-friendly services.
Oh, yes. So initially, when I was deciding the theme, I was looking around some trendy service maybe I can find in my neighborhood. And I found this interesting robot where you can make money out of recycling.
Ooh.
And then I thought maybe let's look out for more eco-friendly services out there. And so you're going to see Korea's #1 eco-refill station where you can refill your cereal.
Oh, nice.
With your used plastic bag.
Okie dokie. Because, in lots of supermarkets that I go to, still, unfortunately, the vast majority of things are sold in just one-time use boxes or bottles, and there aren't too many refill places. I am a little sad about that because Korea does really well in other ways for the environment, but why aren't the supermarkets changing more rapidly?
Right.
I think it's convenience and stuff like this. So we're going to go to a special place, are we, in our first video?
Yes, in the part 1, we're going to check out this Mart in jamsil at zetaplex building.
Zetaplex.
Pretty long name. Zetaplex.
Interesting.
Here
Let's
we
check
go.
it out. We serve, we dare, Zetaplex.
So
Okay.
this is actually near the Lotte Tower.
I've
It's
been
like a Lotte
here.
Empire, so this
Okay.
is part of that facility. And here I have arrived. It took me some time to find this spot because there were a
Okey-dokey.
lot of Lotte facilities. And this is how it is displayed. You're seeing the message, let's cut out waste. And the staff,
Who are there to help you?
she kindly explained that this is the very first eco-refill station in Korea.
For cereal. And you just use your bag to collect
Right.
cereal?
You don't even have to bring the K brand plastic bag. Any
be
plastic
anything.
bag is okay.
Okay.
And you weigh it, get the price tag.
I wonder,
And
can you
that
like
it is?
mix cereal if you want?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, that was my question too. You can only choose one flavor out of, I think there were like 6 flavors.
Because it's like priced per whatever
Saying
you're putting in.
thank you to the staff. She was really passionate about explaining the service.
That's good.
And I asked her, do you feel like many people are using this? And she's saying that it's a rough time at the moment, and she's hoping to see more people using it. You know, it was displayed in a main hall, but unfortunately, I did not notice that this is some kind of an eco service.
Oh, just
It
when you
wasn't-
weren't concentrating,
so,
you could pass
so
by.
I think a lot of people just pass by thinking it's just another booth for selling the cereal.
Some kind of
and-
promotion, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, because it's just at the end of one aisle there, and it does say eco refill station, but again,
It's written in English, and a lot of Koreans,
they won't
especially
pay too much
ajumas,
attention to
no.
reading the English there, right? And it's great that they're trying that, and that's a wonderful idea for cereal because many people even have like a cereal box at home in Western countries where you kind of open the lid and just pour it out. We've got one at our house, so if you take that along, I know it's inconvenient, but you're saving the environment. But one thing I must say, that was still, I saw the price there, like 6,000 something won, which is what, about $5-ish for what didn't look like too much cereal. I think many of our international listeners, especially in the States and the UK, will be like, oh, that's so expensive. Cereal in Korea is expensive compared to my home country. Yeah, you can get a big box of cereal for about 3,000 won in the UK, like a huge box.
Yeah.
And so don't let that cloud your judgment. It's not the eco-friendly cereal. I'm doubting it's more expensive, right?
Well, actually, the staff says it's actually less
Good.
expensive.
It must
than
be.
the normal
It
product.
has to be, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to make it more expensive, who's going to buy that?
That's actually the key message of the two services I'm going to show you today is that you can actually save money or actually make money out of being part of this Save Earth campaign.
Great. So that company in particular, the one with the red cockerel, the K, really big cereal company globally, which was in charge of this, they've got like a Go Green campaign, have they?
Yes. So this campaign is not run by the government. It's just voluntarily run, pushed by the private company that starts with Kellogg. And they have this campaign called Go Green, which started in 2019. And initially, it only targeted their staff members.
Oh,
And then,
not for customers.
Not for the customers.
Wow.
And then the company decided to, motivate the customers to this movement and providing this eco refill center. And Korea, this is the number one place currently.
I want them to make it like considerably cheaper, right? That seems like it might be a little bit cheaper, but not crazily. And when you're thinking about all the boxes, the packaging that you're getting rid of, I think the companies are worried that when there's no box and package, people don't want to pay that premium price because you're not taking some fancy thing home. Like you said, you could just put it in a plastic bag. So people then realize this is not value for money. It's all about marketing. So I'm a bit worried that big companies, maybe they'll slow things down in that side.
Yeah.
Let's be
A
optimistic,
lot of
though.
rooms for improvement, right?
I think so. All right.
If you are in Jeju,
88.7 in Jeju City.
88.1 in Seogwipo City.
101.9 in the Daejeong area.
Arirang Radio.
We're back for part 2. K-Patch with Jennifer showing you eco-friendly initiatives here in Korea, starting off with the supermarkets and refilling cereal. Kim Kiara's on board from Sri Lanka and Uttam Saka from India. Tell us what your countries are doing in terms of eco-friendly drives as well, because the environment, it's all interlinked. We can't just have one country doing it. We've all got to get on board. Do you know one thing I'm a bit curious about, and I'm worried if I find out the answer? You know those refill stations, if you weren't watching, to describe it, it's like what you get at a hotel buffet. The cereal's in this plastic thing and it comes out the bottom.
Yeah.
Do they fill that up with cereal from packages? Like the cereal to fill that up, is it in just consumer packages that they open and pour in? If that's the case, there's no point in doing that, right? But I'm guessing they don't tell you that information. And hopefully, they have some huge container with cereal in the back.
They will prepare during the opening hours, and the staff says they fill in the fresh new ones every day, which they should do it.
Of course.
And I was actually surprised to hear from you, Peter, during the break time that this is not something new in other country, that in maybe, was it in UK that you guys have a whole row of that refilling center?
I think there are some shops now that are completely just refill stations. And on K-Patch a long time ago, I think, not a long time ago, but maybe a year or two, we did the makeup refill shop. There are some like promo ones showing off, like we're doing eco-friendly moves from certain brands where you can refill pretty much anything, soap and shampoo and things like this. But in the West, I think a lot of supermarkets now have at least one aisle dedicated to it. We've also got our listener messages. James saying, we have a 30 square meter in my community-owned eco-friendly refill area, and there is a whole aisle at a private store as well. So I believe James is in the US, so yeah, a bit more advanced than what we saw today. But at least we're starting, right, here in Korea.
It's just the beginning in Korea. And from Benny, Eco Refill Center, and it is the K brand. I love the eco-friendly refill center that they build inside a supermarket. But for me, we have not have the refill center for food. More we need is just soaps. Eco-friendly for me. Bags when we go to groceries.
The thing with food, I guess, is the worry about keeping it fresh because cereals especially, they get less crunchy when you open the package for the first time. You know, they're airtight. So I guess people might be worried about the freshness of things. Siska from Indonesia saying, that's my fave place in Jamsil, the L kind of complex. But is that store new? Because I've never noticed it before. Jen and I were speaking, and that whole area around Jamsil Station is just all L, this, that, and the other.
So many. It's an L empire, I would call it.
It's a little village, isn't it? And this is actually the old L Mart store in the kind of Lotte World ice rink area. And I thought I recognized it, but I was like, Zetaplex? I'd never been there. It is the old L Mart, just kind of rebranded, right? As Zetaplex. I'm wondering what on earth that means as well, Zetaplex.
Yeah, so there are two L Marts, actually, one from one end to another. And Zetaplex is the old place.
They've just revamped
doesn't go with the old vibe, though, at all.
They've remarketed it, and now everyone thinks it's cool and hip. You got another message from Tropic Girl?
From Tropic Girl, an eco refill center. Brilliant! One day, this will be commonplace in every supermarket, hopefully.
I hope so, yeah.
It's just a start in Korea, and hopefully we would see more in other mega cities like in Daegu and Busan.
Yeah, and we need, as consumers, to be willing to be a bit inconvenienced, as in we'd have to take out our containers and our bags and take them to the supermarket, fill them up there and bring them back. But that's our responsibility. Can't rely on the stores completely. Steve says that eco-friendly station is cool. I'd probably bring a paper bag or maybe a plastic storage container. Yeah, and I remember at the end of your video, it showed some paper bags there, which I guess you could use as well. As long as you're taking it and you're comfortable, doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, there were paper bags displayed where you can use that. And since we've been talking about the food and the groceries, you know, as a parent, we have to buy foods. And I'm sure a lot of people would experience having, at the end of the day, you will see a pile of plastic bags that you have to
so much
dump
recycling.
Yeah, even when you buy sometimes just one apple, it's just packaged in a separate plastic bag, which is, to me, ridiculous, really.
Like any packaging for most fruit is ridiculous because they have a natural coating on the outside, right? The skin, a banana, etc., etc. Why do you need any packaging for that? Getting on to our second video then, Jem. What are we going to see here? We're coming out of the supermarket.
Yes. So in the part 2, you're going to see this interesting robot, or it kind of looked like a vending machine to me that are well used by people right near my house, actually, which is called Super Bin.
Super
Let's
Bin.
check it out.
All right.
So this is the Super Bin.
People are putting something in a hole in this vending machine, not taking something out.
Yeah. So all you need to do is put the plastic bottle or cans into that hole.
Okay.
And on the right side on the screen, you can see that your points going up.
Oh, you get points for doing this.
And that means you're earning money.
Oh, you can change that into actual money.
Yeah. So
It
it
looks...
says 캔 버리고 돈 벌어 가세요.
Oh.
Yeah, dump the can and earn money.
So I see it says 투명 펫병, so the transparent pet plastic bottles are allowed as well. But I can see the downside here is you have to put in one at a time.
Right.
Like, it looks so slow. This would waste all my time of the day.
That was the biggest downside. I wanted to bring it up.
That is
it's
ridiculous.
a great change, great start, but it just requires a lot of patience and your passion for saving Earth.
Yeah, and I guess the other incentive is you're getting paid, right? When you recycle at home, you're not getting paid, and you just dump all your plastic bottles or your cans in one bag, and it'll take a second.
Yeah.
Whereas this looks like it takes several seconds
for
per
each
can.
bottle, it takes like roughly 2 seconds. I actually counted it
Wow.
because it was too slow.
Yeah, because you put it in,
So-
it seems to then close the door so you can't put it in, and it counts it one at a time. I don't want to be too negative, but what busy person in this modern world is going to stand there doing that? And I'm assuming you're not
Yeah.
getting millions of dollars for each bottle or anything,
No.
right? You don't know the kind of cost saving that you get from piling up these points. It can't be more than a few tens of one each can or bottle, right?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And, this is again invented by a private company, not the government.
I see.
And I think it's a great change, though, how, you can motivate people to be in this more consistent movement where you can make money and save the earth.
Yep, it's a good option, and Shelley says it's a wonderful idea. The machines themselves look fabulously high-tech with a big LCD screen on them, or LED, and then the little hole where you put things in, and it counts it and sucks it in. It looks like it's smart AI, blah, blah, blah. But is it practical?
Right.
That is something
That's a huge question that they have to deal with. Yeah. And this company, if you go into their website, they have a couple of more services that they provide. Or we can just call it a business at the same time. And another of that is called Super Cube, where they again provide a similar looking robot, like a vending machine there, to this to these events where they produce a lot of trashes
Oh, so it's like
temporarily.
a temporary bin at an event where they'll have lots of people
Right.
throwing away cans
I
or
found
bottles.
that really effective, because usually if you go to like festivals or parties
Yeah.
or events, you can
lot of
see a
trash.
pile of trashes.
Problem is, at these festivals and events, are you going to want to wait till the door opens, put it
Again,
in? Like, you just want a big hole
we
that you
go
can
back to
throw
this
things
question.
into.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being too
Time
impatient.
efficiency.
Yeah. But do you know what? I think the recycling in Korea has gotten more and more difficult the past few years. You're meant to put vinyl separately and you're meant to wash it and wash all your containers and things like this. That also takes so much time. And now we have to separate plastics by PET and then non-PET, transparent and non-transparent. I spend a lot of my week sorting through trash,
Takes a lot
right?
of time, right?
I want to pay someone to do that. Like, I don't mind doing that, but there's
Yeah.
no options at the moment for that, I feel.
One good change, though, is that we're seeing more and more in Korean 무라벨 병, meaning bottles with no labels,
Yes.
no like tags.
You don't
promoting
take
the
off
brand.
the vinyl plastic,
Yeah,
right? There's
that
nothing
was
there.
a huge revolution for me personally.
Again,
Saving a lot of time.
I think the companies who manufacture those bottles are worried because there's no way for them to market. They can't put in nice font or anything like that. It's just a clear bottle, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I like buying those because of the lack of label, but I think it doesn't catch your eye, right? It's just an empty bottle. I'm being negative. I'm being devil's advocate today.
Because we want this to go on
Yes.
persistently, right?
And if you want that, you need people to be drawn to it, right? You
Yeah.
can't have people thinking, oh, that's going to take me forever. And Jen, you're saying you can only put in up to 100 bottles at a time.
Right. Maximum, you can put in 100 bottles. And for each bottle, you get 10 points, which means 10 won.
With 10-1, just FYI, you can't buy anything, right? There's nothing that you can buy for 10-1 in the convenience store. Right?
So if you put in maximum 100 bottles a day, you earn 1,000won.
1,001, less
Yeah.
than $1 a day for 100 bottles.
And you can actually use it as a cash from 2,001
so you'd
if you
have to
put
do...
in 200 bottles in.
Wow. And you said it took
That's
two
tough.
seconds roughly per bottle. And then I'm guessing in between the bottles, I'm trying to work out the time for your labor, how much you're getting paid per hour. It's not a lot, but yeah, Raoul is saying I'm being a grumpy ogre today. Yes, I am. But I'm just thinking as a busy parent, are you going to prioritize like playing with your kids, teaching them something? or standing in front of a machine for hours on end. Lots of messages, though, coming in. Tropical K, who is very keen with environmental issues, says St. Lucia has banned all imports of plastic food containers and disposable cutlery. Now we see recycled cardboard takeaway food boxes. And I am so annoyed with world leaders. $40 billion has been given in total to Ukraine to fight the war, while only $350 million, a fraction of that, has been raised through COP26 for environmental causes. Of course, the Ukraine war is very important, but yeah, you can see military spending is like 10 times, 100 times more. I don't think that's okay, is it? Yeah. You've got some messages.
Yeah, and since we've been just talking about the military spending, Korea here, officially the war hasn't
Stopped.
ended.
Yeah,
we're still
like
in the middle of the
armistice,
war.
right?
So, a lot of the taxes are used for the military spending, and that's another huge issue actually here as well.
You're right. It is in our situation. I guess the problem is we have some rather potentially dangerous neighbours to the north, so we have to have our defences on point. But it is a big shame that we're spending so much on like guns and missiles, right? You got one?
Yeah, a message from Shelly. Some of the grocery stores have bags you can buy. They are inexpensive. I keep one in the trunk of my car.
Yeah. Carrying around eco bags with you, you're right. If you drive, putting them in your car is a really good idea, just in case you ever go shopping, right?
Yeah, I think this is one common trend we're seeing in Korea as well, where you can easily find eco bags near where you can pay for the products, the 계산대 where there's a cashier.
Yeah, that's
a
also
good change, right?
The other kind of flip side is many people often forget, then they buy another eco bag, and then your house is full of eco bags.
Oh my God.
Which eventually
That's so true.
you will throw away. Yeah, and that doesn't make them eco. Forrest Philippa Hartley says, look on the bright side, dear DJ. If it takes too long to put on your bottles into the hole and get money, it could be an opportunity for someone else who has the time to have a business to collect bottles from busy people like you and deliver them to the machine and collect the cash for themselves. Absolutely, Hartley. I'm totally fine.
That's a great perspective.
Do it. If you want to do it, it is a good thing that you're doing. You're saving money at the same time, right?
Yeah. And from Siska, I thought Eco Robot is the real moving robot like an Incheon airport. Right. If you say robot, you think of those moving ones.
Yes.
But that's how they promote it.
That's a good way to promote it because you get excited. You might be disappointed when you see it, but at least you've got there and then you think, all right, I'll throw away my bottles anyway. Raul says, indeed, fruit don't need packages. It's just because of this commercial world that we live in where fruit is sometimes transported around the world. I heard this crazy story with apples from England that were sold in England. They would be sent to South Africa to get coated with something and then sent back to England to get sold.
That's so sad.
That kind of transport route is redundant. And Raul says it's nice to make money from recycling. And Peter, come on, you need to collect a lot of cans and then deposit them only at one time. Yeah, you wouldn't go to that machine just for one bottle each time you had one bottle. Yeah, collecting it up is a good idea, Ralph.
Yes.
Thank you.
And from Kevin, several states, including Massachusetts, have a bottle deposit law that mandates a deposit, usually 5 cents, on every beverage container, which you get back if fed into machines just like those shown.
Ah, so very
So there's a
similar.
law.
Wow, 5 cents a bottle.
Interesting.
10 won a bottle here. I guess it's not too different, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the going rate. Steve says, my old office cafeteria had a fruit-flavoured water station where you'd bring your own cup and you wouldn't be charged, or you pay 25 cents for a cup. And yeah, I was talking to a producer the other day who was saying at the coffee shop, the Bucks of Stars, they have now started charging extra if you don't bring your own cup. And that is a good idea. I think what they need to do to make it really work is charge a lot extra. I think at the moment it's 300 won. So what, 20 cents, something like that? Like, how about an extra $5 if you don't bring your cup? then you'd remember, right, to bring your cup, you think.
That will make a huge change. Yeah. And from Merlene, wow, that would be an incentive for some. Peter, yes, maybe by weight. They should pour them in and pay by weight. Visiting New York City, I went to an M&M candy store that sold various kinds of candies, nuts, chocolates. You dispensed into a plastic bag, weigh it for the price. Don't know if it was a refill station per se.
Yeah, I've been to, and you often see the sweet things that kids love, you know, where they've got them in the tubs and then you just put them in a plastic bag, right? It would be nice, I suppose, if instead of a plastic bag, it was like a paper bag or something like that, because I'm sure all that plastic is not good. We've got Princess Mama Meg saying the only refill station that I've got in Minnesota is a gallon water station for gallon water where you put them in and then put them into offices. Oh, for the water coolers, you refill them yourselves. That's interesting. And James says there is a company that recycles toothbrushes and yogurt cups. They got really good containers as well. The packs are huge. And there are alternatives to plastic, like with grasses and recycled bottles that can be re-extruded into bags. Recycling, definitely important. But as I've said on the show, recycling plastic, apparently every time you recycle it, the quality degrades. And so there's a point where you can't recycle it anymore. So once you get to there...
An end to that.
Yeah, and then it's hundreds of years until it degrades. Oh, it's a bit sad, isn't it? We've got something from our listeners in terms of photos. Ingyin has sent this in saying... I wish we could buy cereal the way that you showed, Jen. Thanks for that. Wonder if you can use plastic containers instead of plastic bags. I always have food containers, coffee trays, reusable bags, all in my car. My family uses the bags when shopping for groceries. We avoid buying plastic bags. And the mini pots are really useful when ordering takeaway soup. That's an interesting idea. So you order food from a restaurant and instead of getting whatever disposable pack, you give your lunchbox or pot to them.
Yeah.
That's brilliant,
That's one
isn't it?
great way to save the earth. It's not so common yet in Korea to bring your pot, but if you go to like 국밥집, which 국밥 means, what is it? Soup?
Yeah,
it's a
with
very
the rice
common
in it
Korean
sometimes.
traditional food. You can easily see people waiting in line holding the big pot to get the kuk. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. That is
Because
environmentally
kuk
friendly.
is too hot, and if you pour it in a plastic
It's not
container,
good.
no.
Although there are many delivery services that don't care about that, right? They give you the soup in a plastic pot and all the chemicals that come out. There need to be regulations for that, surely, right? And we did mention on the show many months ago that the delivery apps are teaming up with, I believe, Seoul government, and they're going to try and send out reusable lunch boxes. And then once you finish, you just leave it outside, washed, and then they'll take it back to the restaurants and stuff like that. That would be nice as well. Jen, thank you for refocusing our attention on this very big issue.
Thank you, likewise. I mean, it's a beautiful month, beautiful weather, and we should save the earth, right?
Absolutely. Clear skies are what we all want, aren't they? We'll see you again next week with potentially some videos of Jeju.
Jeju coming right up.
Fingers crossed. Looking forward to that. Have a good week.
Bye.